Surviving the closure of the Centennial Bridge has become one of the biggest stories in Miramichi, and if you've been driving around the city lately, you already know why. Traffic has been backed up for long periods of time, especially during the morning and afternoon rush. What used to take just a few minutes can take much longer, leaving many drivers frustrated. Whether you're heading to work, trying to get your kids to school, or simply crossing the river, the delays have become part of everyday life. People understand that the bridge needs major repairs after nearly 60 years of service. The bridge deck is being replaced to make sure that the bridge remains safe for decades to come. But that doesn't make sitting in traffic any easier. The closure has also taken a toll on local businesses. Some businesses owners say they're seeing fewer customers because people don't want to deal with the extra drive or the long lineups. During the busy summer season, there's a real concern for many shops and restaurants that depend on the local restaurants and tourism. To better understand the impact, Miramichi Economic Development and Tourism has launched a survey asking residents and businesses how the bridge closure is affecting them. The information collected could help local leaders understand the economic effects and what improvements might be needed during the rest of the project. One thing that's helping, even if it's only a little, is the new Miramichi Water Taxi. While they can't replace thousands of vehicles crossing the bridge every day, it does give some commuters and visitors another option to get across the river. Every person using the water taxi means one less vehicle sitting in traffic. The bridge closure has brought another topic back into the spotlight, the proposed northern bypass. Many residents have been asking whether Miramichi needs another river crossing or bypass so the city isn't relying on so heavily traffic. This closure has shown just how much our community depends on the Centennial Bridge every single day. The bridge repairs is necessary, and when the work is finished, Miramichi will have a safer and stronger bridge. But until then, residents, businesses, and visitors will continue dealing with the challenges that come with one of the biggest struggles in Miramichi. Now I want you to hear from you. How has the Centennial Bridge closure affected your daily life? Join us here with Excursions with Pat. Hello folks, I'm Pat here from Excursions with Pat. I am a Miramichier. I've lived here for over 30 plus years, and what have seen lately in the Miramichi area, it's been pretty rough. Due to the closure of the Centennial Bridge, it's definitely causing a lot of havoc. Yes, it definitely had to be closed down. It's good that they did. The structure of it, it's not in good shape. Right down to the steel part, they had to replace it. I spoke to a lady there not too long ago, and her husband travels on a canoe up and down the Miramichi River. And they told me that a lot of the times they go underneath the Centennial Bridge and they keep going down to Middle Island. And they say they look up and it would scare you. A lot of the cement is kind of hanging, the steel's in rough shape. Definitely an eyesore to see. It's kind of a bad situation up in the bridge. So from a bird's eye view, we're pretty much where she's seen it from. It's in bad shape, and yes, it definitely had to be closed down. It's too bad that it had to wait this long. I mean, it's unfortunate, and it's causing a lot of havoc between people that works on the Chatham side, or they work on the Douglastown side, and they have to do that horseshoe around the river, and it's causing a lot of problems. And you know yourself, if you drove around the river, it takes, well, for me, from Douglastown all the way to Chatham, around 20-25 minutes. Heavy traffic, you're probably looking at 45 minutes to an hour. When there's an accident around the roundabout, I've been hearing about transports getting accident around the roundabout, on the bridge, you're probably looking at 2 hours. So you definitely have to plan your day when you're coming over here to shop in the Douglastown side. You got to plan your day out for sure. So pretty much, I just wanted to make this video just to see how Miramichiers like yourselves, how do you feel about the situation? How could the city council or the provincial government could have handled this a little bit better? I know I've been hearing a lot of stories about the northern bypass, that they could have set that up and that was squashed. I mean, they had the line going from the Bathurst Highway all the way up to the north, up to the Newcastle Industrial Park or on the roundabout up there somewhere. It would bypass all the way around. I mean, we know this on the Chatham side, you can bypass through the city. So that's something that probably should have been done. That's probably should have been talked about. Maybe should have went ahead with it. But I don't know, guys. How do you guys feel? I know there's a Facebook page, and I'll bring it up here. All right, so this is a Facebook page, Miramichi Bypass Centennial Bridge. So you can join this group. There's over 3,500 members, and it pretty much shows where the bypass was going to be. There's a lot of comments on here. Bypass is long overdue. There's a comment there. Bypass may be long overdue, but there is still only one bridge across the river. We will still have a bottleneck to slow traffic for sure. Another one says, below, I'm thinking of opening a fry truck in the middle of the road about. I wonder how many will stop. LOL. We also will be serving ice cream. You will need to be fast though. So yeah, you can jump on the Miramichi Bypass and Centennial Bridge Facebook page. There's a lot of discussions there with other Miramichiers with their input. But if you have an input, definitely throw it in there. So yeah, there's a lot of discussions, and a lot of the times people want to get their word out. They don't know how. One thing I couldn't understand is why didn't this council or any of the city workers contact how people feel about this situation? How's it going to interrupt their lifestyle, their way to work, bringing their kids to sports games, recreation games, and stuff like that? But there is a survey out right now that you can join and share your thoughts. So here's a Facebook page that I just noticed a few days ago. It says Miramichi Economic Development and Tourism. Entitled says Centennial Bridge Closure Survey. So there's a survey that they put out, and they want you residents to share your thoughts. I think I just did it the other day. There's like 17 questions. She said, well, I want to hear from you. This is Centennial, the City of Miramichi, in partnership with the Greater Miramichi Chamber of Commerce and the Greater Miramichi Service Commission, is inviting residents to complete a short survey on the impacts of the Centennial Bridge closure on consumer spending. Your feedback will help provide valuable insight into how the closure has affected our community and local businesses. Residents who complete the survey and provide their name, email address, and postal code in this separate entry section at the end will be entered into a draw to win a $100 gift card, which you can probably turn into gas of their choice for gas and groceries, like I was saying. This entry information will be collected separately from survey responses. More information is provided within the survey link. The winner will be notified by email once the survey closes on July 31st, 2026. Complete the English survey here. So there's a link. So you go on the Miramichi Economic Development and Tourism. You click the link below. You fill the survey. Yeah, so fill the survey out if you have time. It doesn't take long. It's like 10, 15 minutes. It's just a bunch of check boxes. You don't have to write nothing in it. But yeah, get your thoughts out there. Tell them how you really feel. If you're really concerned, you really want to talk to somebody, reach out to your councils of the city of Miramichi. Contact your MP. Maybe the MP, Mike Dawson, can do something about that. Get some more information. So the more people speak out, the more we can make this havoc of the bridge being closure a little better. I know they open up the Miramichi Water Taxi, which is great, and I was on it not too long ago. and I was on it probably last week. I made a video of that too, and it was great. I brought my dog Shadow. Dogs are allowed as long as you got them tied up and they're well behaved, which Shadow is, unfortunately, which is really good. So I was on the Douglastown side for, I think it was like, I got there at 2 o'clock, jumped on. It took maybe 15, 20 minutes, I think. And I jumped off. I had to wait another hour because I just walked around and whatever. So 1 o'clock, for an example, 1 o'clock could be on this side, Douglastown, and then it'll go over and then it'll be over there at 1:30. Then it'll come back at 2 o'clock and back at 2:30. So back and forth. So my understanding with the water taxi, which is great, it's the way I took it, and a lot of people I've been talking to, it's more of a recreational thing. It's a nice little thing to do, to go across the river, to get on a boat, enjoy the Miramichi River, look at the big Centennial Bridge. There's not a lot of people use it for work-wise. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do talk to a lot of people, and maybe 3 of the 10 people use it for work-wise. It is a good thing to have. I think they should continue it. Say if the bridge does finish within the next 3-4 years, I think they should continue having this. I think it's a great thing to have. So much of recreational. If people don't like walking across the bridge, which you won't be able to walk across the bridge anymore because they're not going to fund the sidewalk on the bridge. That is another discussion for another day. But I think they should keep the water taxi if they're not going to put a sidewalk on the bridge. So people that do work on this side or the Chatham side, they can continue using the water taxi, which I think it's great to have. So your mayor of city of the Miramichi area, Veronica Arsenal, same thing. She would like, if you would like to please take a few moments to share your thoughts. So bridge closure and affects consumer spending. So yes, we all know the bridge is definitely causing havoc for a lot of people. It's definitely hurting a lot of businesses on the Douglastown side as well. I've talked to a lot of businesses owners, and I'm not going to mention who they are, but they're between 25 to 40% loss in sales in Douglastown alone, which is a huge drop off. Businesses are laying people off. The sales are down. They're cutting back hours. It's sad. And a lot of people that are not coming, they're not coming to Douglastown because it's a nuisance. It takes over an hour to get around, and you might get caught in traffic or might get into an accident. And a lot of people are finding their way to shop in Moncton now, which is, they're saying it's a lot closer to go to shop in Moncton than it is coming around Douglastown. I believe in shopping local, but it's up to yourself. I shop in Moncton too, but I do try to shop in Miramichi as much as possible, right? If I need little things, I'll shop here. If I need something that I can't find around here, then yeah, I'm going to shop in Moncton or Fredericton or wherever. Fredericton is where my daughter lives. So it's just the way it is. So my thoughts are, the bridge is over 60 years old. It is due. It's a shame that it has come to this point where it may last longer than December, I've heard. The bridge is supposed to be opening back up this year, December, but what I've been hearing is it's not going to open. It's probably going to be staying closed for a while. So my wife said if it's going to close, it's going to probably stay closed for a while. Don't hear from me. That's just rumors, but I've been hearing that from a few people that the bridge is going to be closed for a little while. A lady came in I was talking to, and her husband was on the water taxi, and she was talking to the worker on the water taxi, and he was saying they can't see the bridge reopening back up in December. They might not open at all. So that's not good to hear. So one thing that probably could have helped was the northern bypass. Even if they did start it now, it's going to take a couple of years before that's even done. So yes, Miramichi, Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the closure of the bridge. How do you feel about the traffic? How do you feel about people's driving? I see it a lot. I drive around this river all the time, and people are rushing, people are speeding. They won't let anybody in. People are cutting people off. There's been a lot more accidents that I've been seeing. People just going to calm down, relax, just, one in, one out, one in, one out. And for some reason, people are still having a hard time driving around that roundabout in Chatham Head. The other day, there was two transports got into an accident around the roundabout, and that held up traffic for a good hour or so. But if you want to get the word out, talk to your council, talk to your MP, Mike Dawson, fill out the survey, get the word out. But at the end of the day, we got to get this bridge up and going soon. It's going to be at least 3-4 years, I guess. And hopefully they'll be it for a long time. So if they're going to do it, they better do it right. Make sure everything is held together perfectly. So it can stand up for another 67 years. By then, I'll be long gone. But I'm glad they did shut it down. It's very unsafe. There's another bridge down in Fredericton somewhere, similar to ours. It's a bit smaller, and that one is in real bad shape. It looks identical to ours, but a lot shorter. But yeah, I'm glad they shut it down, but I wish we had a backup plan. I mean, water taxi, okay, it holds around 10 people, but we need a lot more than that. And hopefully Miramichiers and people from out of town coming in can just breathe in, breathe out, and just get around the river and do it safely. But thanks for coming in. I'm Pat from Excursion with Pats. I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget to hit the like and hit subscribe. If you like more of these videos, leave a comment below, and I'll definitely do more of these. But thanks again. We'll see you next time.